So now let's get into this Daylyt shit.
Okay.
All right. So are y'all? I got a couple of questions. Are y'all scheduled to battle? Is it going down for sure?
Oh, it's going down for sure.
Okay.
Now, now, when you ask me specifically dates and times,
No,
that's
nah,
not.
I'm not asking you that. Is it going down for sure?
Oh, of course, it has to.
Okay.
Has to.
Is it going down on
This
URL
year,
or y'all gonna throw your own shit?
we working it out
Okay.
on our own. Yeah, because we it's different ideas, game changing ideas. You gotta always look to innovate on everything that started. But this is particularly interesting the way we're gonna do it. I don't, I, y'all can't say it without saying it.
Yeah, yeah. So then
So
don't. All right. So, but y'all
yeah,
working on it now. All right. This is my thing,
right.
and I'm gonna try to look at it. I always say
Okay.
when it come to the pen, you know what I'm saying. Lux is well. Everybody say that Lux is the highest when it comes to the pen, right? It ain't nobody. And this is something I say about you that you probably don't know. I put you on Nas level with the pen. I say that. I said in a couple of interviews already.
Okay. Appreciate that because he's
Do I think
definitely.
you could fuck with me? No. I think up there be a long night for you up there with me. But I'm probably the only nigga that could beat you. But listen,
Yo,
fucking with you,
shit.
fucking with you. So listen, so I feel like Daylyt with the pen is like right there. He's like it's like this. He's not, he's right there because Daylyt with the pen is he's there. He's probably he's a second at least. He's a second. He's right there.
Okay.
But I think this is where it stops with Daylyt. I still think you over him. It's like this. He's close. But I also tell people, they talk about my swag. I say Lux has a swag about him on stage. He has stage presence. He has delivery. He has demeanor. He has all the other things that y'all don't talk about. You get what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Daylyt,
Right. Right.
Daylyt doesn't. Daylyt only have that. Daylyt got a lisp. He sound like Snaggletooth. It doesn't work. It just, you know what I'm saying? That you look at him, he look like the Undertaker. The shit just don't work.
Right.
So I
Right.
tell niggas all the time, Lux got all the other shit y'all don't talk about. Lux actually has. You know what I'm saying? So when that battle happened, that's what's gonna be the deciding factor. It's not the pen because I think he's gonna be able to at least hang with you with the pen. He's gonna be able to do it, but
Right.
everything else is gonna be so far apart.
Yeah. That and that's what's gonna be the deciding factor. It because we both gonna be in there. I already know we're going. He's going. I'm going. But how do you, like you said, how do you win a battle? You
Right.
know, how do you convincingly win a battle? What different things that's the standout things when you be like, oh, that's a fucking edge right there. Because you see certain things that stand out in battles. You be like, nah, that just is not. That's just the conversation is kind of, and that's you know what I mean. Like because I'm still like going with, but I give you that edge right now. When I'm looking at the you and Geechee joint, I'm like, oh, okay. And like, cause I don't understand. This should be like jewels. Once you still fighting, it's like, damn, do I point that out to him?
Yeah, nah, but nigga, I
I
ain't.
understand. I don't never want to be stuck. I ain't selfish with no codes.
Me and you, yo, bro, I'm gonna be real with you. Me and you ain't never battling. It was one time it could have happened. One time we was going at each other because I was with Clips and you took a shot at me and we had a little animosity at that one time.
Yeah, yeah.
That was it. It's over. And I tell people this all the time. It's never, that's it. It ain't nothing there for me and you to battle at all. It was that one little space of time. And I took a shot back at you in the T-top battle. You
Right,
and
right,
that was it. And then it was
right.
like, I
Yeah,
take
no, cause you.
battles. Yeah, it
I'm
ain't
listening.
that. I'm gonna talk to the people in the comments. I take battles that, cause look, these niggas talk so much shit, good scared. That's what they saying. These niggas. I take
I
battles that
appreciate it.
make sense. Just like I said up here and told Lux, I personally think if me and Lux battle, the funny thing is, I think he would have a harder time with me than anybody else. And y'all don't even, it ain't even about a pen. It's about a whole bunch of other
I'm.
things.
Yo, yeah,
And
yeah,
and
yeah.
that's what people don't understand. I feel like that because I'm not going there to out rap you. So I think people they try that because all they got is just lyrics. They can't do nothing else. But at the time when it would have happened, it would have happened then. Right now, it don't make no sense. We don't have no animosity. It's just not. It wouldn't ever be a good battle unless it was at that time. When it was a story. When it was a story there at that time.
What is the story? Yeah, that's the That's the for me as well. And I said that shit when I was on Drink Champs, man. I like matches with that thing. It got the thing there, like I'm gonna get this motherfucker. Like it's relevant. It's like my energy want that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why for me it's like there's nobody in front of me but Daylyt.
Daylyt. Like, what about Bdot too?
Like,
Bdot.
I'm not listen, and this is me personally, because niggas be throwing that conversation, and I feel like they only throw that conversation because of the similarities, or they feel as though, well, and would there even be a conversation about me and Bdot if you didn't see the similarities in delivery or you know the way he's you know you know in the space of you know how I do and different things like that in the consciousness and all of that. Like, would there even be that conversation about Bdot if it wasn't for that?
It wouldn't. That's what but that's what stems everything. I think after Daylyt, I think that's a battle people will want to see though. I think that would be the next battle for you. I don't think you have to do it. We know why. Right. We want to see the battle because of the similarity. We know who started it. We know who created it. And that's the only reason we want to see it. But that's why we want to see it.
Okay. You know what I also try to do? And look, I could turn around. We might 360 that. We want to be like, oh, yo, that's the... Yeah, it's time now.
Right. That's how I take my battles. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I like to be driven.
Right.
I want to be inspired. I don't want to just give you like, okay, yeah, we could, you know, like some fantasy football. Like, what if this happened and that happened? Like, and then okay, we can do it, but I just feel creativity is different with fire behind it.
Exactly.
When you're inspired, it does a different ripple in the reality.
I get it.
I can't make this shit up.
I tell people this all the time. I tell people this all the time. What about JC?
Now look, okay, I could go back into that space. JC been brewing. So look, it's things that's been accumulating.
The funny thing is, I think it was a point where that could have happened, but I don't think it's that. Before, not now though. I don't feel it. I think you. He fucked the pack up. I think you and Bdot makes more sense than you and JC after Daylyt. At this point. But we don't know. The talk might get back. We don't know. And I tell people that all the time. It depends on who gets me motivated. Who makes me want to battle. I'm going to be real with y'all. The fans, I love y'all. So I support y'all. I do everything for y'all. But I don't solely base my battles on what y'all want. I got to want it. If I don't want it, it ain't going to be a good battle. And y'all got to understand that.
Right.
If I don't want it, it's not going to be a good battle. And I tell y'all that. So when y'all wanted me to take, like Geechee, y'all wanted me to take Geechee before. It wasn't for me yet. I didn't feel it until now. When I start saying this is what I want, that's when, you get what I'm saying? That's when I wanted to do it.
You dropping jewels right now.
You know what I'm saying?
I hope they taking heed.
Break down the me and Geechee battle. What you felt about me and Geechee? Because I never got a chance. I talked to Mook. You know, everybody called me. I never got a chance to talk to you about it.
I feel as though the thing that, well, as premise, this was, I'm gonna be honest, y'all shit was something out of, it reminded me of Gucci versus Jeezy. I'm gonna be honest.
Break that down.
If I had
to
give an analogy, it was Gucci versus Jeezy, and I only say that because both have come up, both are successful. It just, I find a little bit more
maturity
and seasoned conversation in a space that you were in, which why I gave Jeezy that battle versus Gucci, and you know what I'm saying? And I only give it to it because I felt you were more present in the conversation and making sense, like in that regard. It was just gradual. it was like, because Geechee saying his shit, talking his shit, and I'm like, oh shit, he get it off his chest. But even if I didn't know specifically the conversation, the demeanor, the poise, the different things she was doing in the conversation was why I was like, that's why I had him winning from the door. It was not only the conversation, but it was like, listen, we talk, you know, you're loud, but you don't have to be loud. I mean, let me just get my point across.
Right.
It was one of them type of joints, you know. And for me personally, my perspective, you know, it's not that I didn't know you were going to do it, but I did want to see who was going to execute their game.
And you know what? I'm gonna tell you, son, as me being real, that's how I was going into it. And the thing is, when you in that room now, right? You in that room, it's different because you can't see how it's going. When I'm on stage, I get that feel from the crowd. I'm up there. I know how it's going. I know how I'm gonna make it go.
Right.
But when you got nobody, that's my first time in that room, you don't know how it's going at all. You don't know what's going on out in the real world. We can't hear you. Oh, there you go. Hello?
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, so you don't know what's going on in the real world. So you don't know what's going on. It's like you just up there doing you. So in my head, I'm like, you know what? I know I could rap. I could flat out rap. And I tell niggas this, y'all niggas think in a small room, because they were saying in that type of room, they always paint a different narrative for me. I ain't gonna do good.
Yeah.
So you put me in a room where I just gotta rap. Do you know that I rap better than I battle? Like, I'm a better rapper than a battle rapper.
Yeah,
so I was telling people.
You said that during the battle, right?
Yeah, so, yeah. So, to put me in there, so now I just focused on, you know what, it ain't no crowd, ain't nothing. I'm just gonna rap. I get to stand here and just talk to you with no interruption, no nothing. People's gonna hear everything I'm saying to you, and even if it don't sink in this first round, by that third round, all the shit I'm saying is gonna sink into you. It's gonna sink in because they got no choice but to listen to it.
Got to. That's the perfect. It's the perfect platform for soul digging, and I will say, I'm starting to mean that in different contexts. The more and more I make myself aware of all the components that go into making a grand performance, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how present are you? It's just that's what it came down to. It's like I said, I do both of y'all game plans and how y'all both was gonna come through, but it was just really about who executed it better. And that's how it sounded to me. You know, it felt like Geechee kicking his shit. Don't get it twisted. He was coming for you.
Mm-hmm.
But in him kicking his shit, your retorts made him just feel like he was like this school kid, like this loud kid on the block, like just screaming for attention. And it was like you was just, you know, that your retorts was just like you could talk to me. I'm right here. It was like one of them jokes.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? And that's why I gave it to you in that regard.
No,
that's just from my perspective, and I'm gonna still go back
and watch it. Yeah, I mean, because it's a close battle either way. I think it's a preference of what it come down to. But this is about people showing up and who's showing up, and that's about it. But yo, listen, man, we done. We done for the night. We've been on here for a little while. Yo, Lux, good looking on everything. Appreciate you for coming through.
Of course.
And that's it. We out of here,
I am
man.
Lux on everything. We out, baby.
We out. Come on. I'll see y'all later, man. We out of here.
That way.